Siemanko Polska, it's me Hijack Hood, Zajebiste. Yeah, hardcore rap, that's me, all the time. Yeah, everybody say, man, these rappers are made. It's not easy for you to rap. Hijack came about because in 1986, I was on a plane and it was hijacked, and it was the longest hijacking ordeal in history. So I was on the plane for like 6 days as a passenger, me, my mother, and my brother and 3 sisters. So we were on the plane. I was the youngest at the time. So, you know, and you know, the name came about Hijack, and the hood is because I'm from the hood, I'm from the streets. You know, seeing a hijacking at a young age, 6 days around, you know, freedom fighters, what they call terrorists now, with armed grenades and guns, and then coming back to the UK and living on the streets, you know, the name came about Hijack Hood. So, you know, we put that together and here I am, Hijack Hood, you know.
Kojarzysz typa? Pewnie, że tak.
We underground rappers. To make money, you gotta be commercial. We ain't commercial, we're fucking underground. We're gonna stay underground till we underground. Yeah. So I was born in Karachi, which now is the most deadliest city in Asia. You know, there's a lot going on there, there's a lot of poverty there, a lot of killings and stuff like that, you know. I was 2 years old when my mum and family came back to the UK after I was born. So they came back to the UK, so, you know, I've been here over 20 years. Sometimes I smoke and sometimes I don't. It started from a young age. I was like 7 years old. I used to beatbox. And I remember when I was young, I went to a beatbox competition. I was 8 and I got to the heats. And after that, from beatboxing, it got to rapping. Yeah, freestyling and writing verses, and then, you know, it never ended. I just went on and went on, and as I grew up, things would change, rhymes would change, style would change, you know.
My know you've been waiting to hot war, you haters. I know you've been hating and thanks for your patience. It's Hijack Hood, you won't know me, I feel good.
Well, it all started off, 3.5, 4 years ago when I met a Polish friend. He showed me Polish hip-hop. And then after hearing the Polish hip-hop, I got well into it. The beats, the elements, and the sources they use. I really was inspired by it, so I got passionate about it and done more research. I got in connection with Wywiad. At the time. Yenka and Popek were in London. I went there, and that's when I met Popek through Yenka and Sokol, and I featured on the album, Popek's first solo album.
I z jakich projektów kojarzysz?
No, z Popkiem jak nagrywał tam, nie? Z firmą czy coś.
Spodziewasz się, czekasz na płytę Hijacka, chciałbyś go gdzieś usłyszeć na nowych projektach?
Pewnie, że tak.
My champion sound, my champion sound. I'm so underrated. Man, I don't know why they hate this. Maybe they jealous.
Popek is actually, he is one of the fastest working rappers I've ever worked with from Poland. You see, Popek will take less than 15 minutes to write a verse. He works very fast. He'll do 10 songs in a month. He don't mess around. When it comes to music, he's very, very serious. Progression in my music scene has mainly been through Popek. He's a very progressive person. You know, he's serious about his music. He's very serious about his hip hop. And when we're working together, you know, he's always the one up front saying, "Let's do it." You know, and yeah, so Popek, you know, there's a lot of progression working with Popek. My main progression from Poland comes from Popek.
My champion sound, I'm so underrated. Man, I don't know why they hate it.
Snow Glory is mine and Popek's project. We're working on that at the moment. We just had a slight problem with a few technical issues, but that's all been organised and sorted. So now we'll be working on the album. It should be done soon. We'll be letting everyone know what's happening with that. The singles. Well, one single has been pushed out already, which you've already heard, which is what we call in English, you know, middle finger to the haters. It's directed to all the haters, the people who don't like the music we do and ourselves. On a project now that's touching every major rapper from Poland. The plans now at the moment are with Brachu from Gdańsk, I think he is. You got Juras from Warsaw. I got Sokol, and basically I'm putting some work with some underground rappers as well. So at the moment I'm trying to help and support the rappers that are trying to get there. So I'm collabing with them as well. So, you know, for me, it's not all about the money, it's the passion about music. So at the moment, I've got a few collabs that are not really known, but yet to be known, and they will be, you know, they will be limelighted when the time comes close. Everyone will hear about them as well. So yeah, I do work with underground rappers. It's not just about fame. You know, if your stuff's good, you send it to me, I like it, and I feel I'll work with you, I'll work with you. I don't care how big you are in the game. This is hip-hop, this is music, this is how it works.
It's not easy being a rapper. It's not easy. Being commercial, we're fucking underground. We're gonna stay underground till we underground. Yeah, it's not easy being a hardcore rapper.
Never ever get shit twisted. Whenever. Yeah, I mean, people do music, it's up to them what they do. I don't question them, I don't judge them, because I'm not really a judgmental person. I believe everyone has a right to do what they want to do, but there is a rule in hip-hop. The day you go commercial, you can't come back to hip-hop. Now, there's nothing wrong with what Yenka's done. It's up to him what he wants to do. I respect him, and you know, success all be to him. I'm happy for whatever happens, and hope you know, he has success in the future. But like I say, if you go to a commercial angle, and I don't mean hip-hop commercial, I mean commercial where you're making disco music, then you cannot come back to the street scene once you've taken to the club scene. You know, there's no turning back, basically. Yeah, there's a big line. It's not a thin line. There's a big line between hip hop and commercial music. You know, when we're talking about Poland, yeah, I've been Poland once. I've been to Warsaw, Warszawa. I've been to a few blocks there. Block 76, Ursinów. I was staying in Ursinów for a while. Sokol gave me a tour. I was with Sokol, Porno. I was with the majority of the Jeep squad. They showed me around Warsaw. Yeah, and I'm hoping to go ASAP. I want to go as soon as possible. I want to go Poland ASAP. So this year, 100%, I'll be going Poland definitely.
Hijack Hoodem is the voice of the slums, deep from the city of the motherless slums.
The Polish people are very positive. When I mean positive, in the UK, they've outshined every ethnic minority. They work hard, they work 2 jobs. And for me, Polish people in UK have showed nothing but positivity, and I couldn't say anything negative about them, you know. I'm a bit different because I'm from UK, so in UK, they taught us English history in World War I or II, but because I loved reading, and I never believed what the teachers said anyway. That's the God's honest truth, because the teachers always said right, but I always done my own research, and I realised that, you know, Polish history is very deep between World War I and II. 303, I remember them, the Polish pilots in British planes that basically destroyed the German infantry in World War II. The history about Poland, football, they love the football, they love the beer. You know, they have got a great culture. I love working with Polish people. They're very professional, they're very straightforward. If they can't do anything, they say, Hijack, we can't do it. And that's what I like. I don't like people saying, yeah, I'll do it, and you're ringing them. And that's what reputation, that positive reputation the Polish have built with me, especially in the music game. They don't mess around. When they want to do something, they do it. When the Polish say something, they say it. They are a nation of their word. They run by their word.
Motherfuckers, I need to get paid. I need to get paid.
Yeah. A few racial comments, but for me, I don't take that to heart. I don't take that personal, because I do music. I'm a professional. You know, somebody calling me a racist comment, to me, they're not on my level. They're not on my type of people, because I don't judge a whole nation by one. Because when I perform, there's 500 to 600 people that show me love. So that love the Polish people give me, if one Polish person shows me any negativity, it doesn't matter to me, because for me what's important are 600 that are positive. So, you know, I've not had much bad experience with the Polish, you know, and I will say that, you know, I've had more good experiences, so I couldn't speak about much bad experience. Just had a few. When I say racial comments, it's not just, they're just junkies who get drunk and don't know what they're saying. I've never had anything. No one ever, sober Polish person, has ever given me any abuse. No, you know. So I couldn't say, yeah. They're beautiful. Well, most beautiful European girls for me. They have a culture. They have compassion for each other. They have compassion for their partners. I will say they're very clean, hard-working, and yeah, they, you know, because every Polish friend of mine, when I go to his home, his wife's always cleaning the house. It's spotless, you know. And I believe, you know, now they've come, it's something they deserve, you know, because a lot of people in UK say, no, the Polish are coming and taking our jobs. That's wrong. The thing is, the Polish work hard, and this is their time. I mean, look, they for 50 years later, the EU represents Poland and invites Poland over, you know, that. I mean, in a sense, it's not fair, but now it's time, so we've got to keep positive. So yeah, they're coming and they're working hard, and they deserve it. They deserve to make a better life for themselves and their children, and you know, and for their families. And that's how my father came. So the Polish do inspire me, because I will not forget, my father came in the 60s, just the way the Polish migrated. He came looking for work. He worked. He made a life, and today I'm here. So you know, I respect the Polish because I will not forget my father came the same way the Polish came.
The same streets created me, the Hijack Hood. Who gave you this?
The Polish market is a very big market. Not just that, Polish has a lot of talent. When we talk about hip-hop, hip-hop is about the streets. Now, Polish streets are, I would say, 10 times more hard to survive than the UK streets. So when you're on the Polish streets, it's a tough street life. So when you live in that street life, you know, you have a lot to say. And there's a lot to do. There's a lot of young talent. There's a lot of young guys who need to get out there. And the UK industry needs to keep an eye out for the Polish community, because sometimes when I show the English people music, they say, oh, we don't understand Polish. I said, you don't. Language is not the music. The music is the music. You have to feel the music. You have to look at the hunger. You know, I'll give you an example. I heard a song called, which is a controversial song. It's called Wywiad, which was done by Kachi and Hemp Group and a few other rappers from Warsaw. Now, that song inspired me because I've seen how the government and police system work, how they oppress the youth in Poland, you know. I think they should take a better approach to the youth, and that song was directing to the police, how they oppress the youth on the streets and stuff like that. And when I seen that song, I felt the anger, the fire, because hip-hop is not a violent thing, because people class it as a violence. It's not violence, it's voicing your oppression. And when rappers rap, they're not killing no one, they're not hurting no one, you know. They just say, they're speaking the truth, what they see, and they're sharing their pain. And the high society and the middle class society need to start listening to these young guys, because if they start listening to if they listen to the Polish rappers 10 years ago, today there'll be a lot of young, successful Polish people, not just in the music industry, but in education, in the working field, and in the skill field.
Hijack Hood, it's the voice of the slums, deep from the city of the motherless slums. Slugs tearing through your lungs, and at your back, it's that triple two assault rifle rap. Out here you can't hit that.
I mean, I've come here with great love, and you know, and to me, it's a great thing when someone approaches me and says they want to interview me. You know, there's two types of media. There's one media where you call the news, and there's another media that's, you know, what's happening, the truth. And this is the independent media. This is an underground, let's say, a TV channel where you'll get to see stuff that the TV cannot authorize to show. You know, they don't have the independence to show. So, you know, for me, as I'm an independent rapper, for me, everything is independent. This team here is independent, film crew, independent, you know, documentary makers. So for me, it's a total great, you know, opportunity for me to be here. You know, I appreciate the work you've put in, and great questions. I mean, I've had a lot of interviews and never had so constructive questions thrown at me before.
No, kurwa, bardzo dobrze, wiesz co, bo to mi się podoba takie coś, że rozpowszechniacie hip-hop wszędzie, wiesz co, i kurwa tutaj w Anglii i w ogóle.
You all know me, I ain't no fire starter, but I'll protect mine like a martyr. All that drama, all that hate, I just watch what I put on my plate. I don't be greedy, I watch what I eat. Too much drama, too much beef, talking streets on a walking street, I'm only talking heat. Aim at your grill and I blow off your feet. Fuck off. That's what happens when a barrel's being cut off. Collateral damage. Bodies look like cabbage. Streets are so savage. You don't want to carry nobody's baggage. Caught up in an alley with 20 man with a ballet. AK-47. This ain't no real rally.
That's pretty much it. We've finished the questions now. So.
The deepest to the largest. Start again.